This was supposed to be the summer that the Los Angeles Lakers got back to being the NBA's glamour franchise. After protecting their salary cap space for years, the Lakers had room to sign 2 superstar players.
For LeBron, the Los Angeles Lakers will be in the mix.
Who could help him in L.A.?
Kevin Durant.
But when July 1st came, they couldn't even get a meeting with Kevin Durant. Instead, they signed Timofey Mozgov and Luol Deng.
This is a real rock-bottom moment for the Lakers franchise.
Nothing about these last 3 years has been very Laker-like, though. The team has missed the playoffs after losing a franchise record number of games in 3 straight seasons. Now Kobe Bryant is gone.
What can I say? Mamba out.
And no one is in line to take the torch from him. It's normal for NBA franchises to go through periods like this. It's just not normal for the Lakers. Under the leadership of iconic owner Jerry Buss, LA made the playoffs 31 times in 33 years.
There it is, it's over, and the Los Angeles Lakers wrapping up a world championship.
A three-peat for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers.
It is a purple and gold coronation.
Repeat, back-to-back titles.
Whether it be drafting Magic Johnson or James Worthy, or trading for Kobe Bryant or Pau Gasol, the Lakers always found a way to get their next star. But general manager Mitch Kupchak and president of basketball operations Jim Buss haven't been able to do that lately. They've struck out in free agent pitches to LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Kevin Durant, and now both are on the clock. Jim Buss has said that if he can't get things heading in the right direction by the end of this season, he'll step aside and let somebody else try. It's hard to see Kupchak keeping his job if things don't improve soon. Their future hangs on the development of lottery picks D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, and Brandon Ingram. Rookie head coach Luke Walton said he thinks all of them have the potential to be all-stars. He believed in the Lakers' young talent enough to leave a historically good Golden State Warriors team. But how long will it take for these young players to grow? Will Laker fans have the patience to wait? Or will they blow it all up and trade for a superstar?
As we are very pleased now to go face-to-face with Jeanie Buss, the president and co-owner of the Lakers and the face of the franchise. It's great to be with you this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Jeanie, what are your thoughts as you sort of watched all of that roll by?
It was a little bit of a roller coaster because it's been a disappointing 3 years not making the playoffs. But, you know, any mention of my dad makes me happy. He loved this team. He wouldn't be happy with how we've fared the last few years, but he also believed in my brother and put him in a position where we could, you know, rebuild this team and hopefully get back to Lakers basketball.
What do you think the biggest challenges have been in doing so? And some people said, you know, hanging on to Kobe for so long, honoring him with that big deal, that might have held you back in some regard, even though you felt it was the right thing to do.
You know, it's hard to say. I think, you know, the league has evolved in terms of how the style of play. It has evolved in terms of the collective bargaining agreement. But the Lakers have always figured out how to win in every era. And, you know, Lakers basketball isn't about any one player or any one coach or even any one owner. It's about winning. Lakers basketball is about winning, and that's what we need to get back to. And I believe that our front office, Mitch Kupchak, Jim Buss, have all the tools that they need to get the job done.
What would you say the state of the Lakers is right now, as you and I sit here today?
You know, I'm excited. I think Luke Walton is the exact right person to coach this young team. He has the enthusiasm, and he has a charisma that I don't even think that he knows he has in terms of connecting with people of all different ages. And, you know, the time is perfect for him to come in to be part of this franchise and lead these young guys. We also have some really good veteran players, the players that we picked up in free agency. And, you know, I'm optimistic. You know, we're undefeated in Summer League, and I know that doesn't mean a lot, but, you know, Laker fans are smart, they understand basketball, and they've been selling out the Summer League games because they're excited about these young players. So let's give them that opportunity to shine.
You had told us Sports Business Daily recently that when the Lakers landed Shaq back in 1996, your dad said that Lakers basketball meant having the most dominant player decide to come to your team, right? That was something that he believed. Why do you think that the Lakers weren't in the conversation for Kevin Durant?
You know, I understand every player is different. You know, when you talk about Carmelo Anthony and LaMarcus Aldridge and Kevin Durant, you know, the players in our league have an opportunity at some point in their career where they get to decide where they want to play. And not only is it about the team, but it's about who they're going to play with and what group of guys they're connected to, and also the city, because it's about their family. And I think each player is different, and you can't just say, oh, they're all forsaking the Lakers. I think, you know, each individual chose the situation that was right for them. Where the Lakers were at that time wasn't right for any of those guys. You know, but I think the free agents that we have are exactly the pieces that the Lakers need to get back to Lakers basketball, which is winning.
Couple of things here. First, let's talk about this because everybody's weighed in on this. And as an NBA owner, I'd like to know what you think. Adam Silver said super teams, not good for the league. Mark Cuban has come out and said, you know what, these guys, the Warriors, are going to be the villains. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's great for the basketball business. What do you think?
You know, I think, again, it's what I love about our league, that the players have an opportunity to go where they want to go. And if that's where Kevin Durant is going to be the most happy and the most productive, then that's good for him. But, you know, I want my Lakers team to beat them.
Right.
So maybe, you know, Mark is right. You know, they're going to be the team to beat now.
I'm not so much asking about his decision, because obviously that's a personal decision, and of course you respect that. But the notion of having a super team, of having so much talent stacked in one team or the other, as opposed to spreading the wealth, because that's the nature of where things have gone. What do you think about that in regards to the business of the NBA?
You know, again, I'm not gonna you know, fault an individual in this instance.
Right.
But absolutely, when you have, you know, a lot of talent on one team, like the Miami Heat, when they had their big three, you know, I guess, you know, maybe they're copying the blueprint that the Lakers have used over the years to have, you know, many stars. But I do believe that, you know, our league, playing time is the currency that creates stars. And so, you know, we have a young team of you know, stars that are going to get their share of attention, because now there is playing time, there's going to be focus. We have Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram and Larry Nance Jr. These are guys that have you know, bonded through you know, some bad seasons, and they're looking now to kind of assert themselves, and they have a coach that will really know how to bring out the best in them.
Do you feel like the team still needs to trade for a big-name veteran superstar?
You know, I'm not going to second-guess our front office. If that's what they feel they need to do to win, then that's what they have to do. You know, those are tough decisions, but I'm not going to. I really don't know. What I do know is that the group of guys that we're going into this season, I'm excited to see play, and I'm excited to see what Luke Walton and Brian Shaw and a really good coaching staff bring, you know, to the team. And from what I hear from Laker fans, and knowing that we've renewed our season ticket holders at over 95%, they feel the same way.
But if Russell Westbrook, right, hits the market, if you know what I mean, if the Thunder put him out there, and this is a guy who starred at UCLA, it would be an incredible coup to get him. Is this a guy that you would try to go all in on?
You know, I think he's a very special talent, but again, that is a decision that our front office has to make. But, you know, any team with Russell Westbrook on it is going to be a great team.
How does the ballooning salary cap affect the way that you're making these decisions?
You know, it's what I love about our league is that we have a partnership with our players. So when you see the ballooning salary cap, it's because we've earned it. It's because, you know, the NBA is what I feel is the best league of all of them. And, you know, our players are popular, our game is popular, and that growth in the salary cap is earned. And the players who have made these crazy large salaries, it's because the money's there and it has to be spent. And you know, we're basically 50-50 partners with the players, and it's exciting for both sides. And I want to see our league continue to thrive.
We would love to continue the conversation with you if you don't mind sticking around through the commercial break. Jeanie Buss with us this morning, live from Los Angeles, as SportsCenter Face-to-Face continues in just a moment. As you watched that, what were your thoughts?
I'm so proud. I mean, I'm so proud of them as individuals, but I'm also proud of our league that we have smart players who take responsibility, connect with the community. And, you know, in our league, you know, players are allowed to have something to say, you know, that they don't have to be worried about making a stand and then being cut the next day, that they can truly be leaders because they work together with the team and stand for something. And I was just beaming last night watching them.
Well, what did you think about Commissioner Silver, too? Because Carmelo Anthony, and he and I discussed this at length yesterday. He wrote an incredible piece in The Guardian. And Adam Silver really backed him. And he said, not just for Melo, for any of these players, you know, if they speak from the heart, that is something that the league fully supports, them making a stand. And he obviously included the WNBA, the Minnesota Lynx, and other things that have happened. To have a commissioner of a league come out and articulate that, what does that say to you as an owner? How does that resonate?
Well, it starts at the top, and we have, you know, Adam Silver is a fantastic commissioner because he sees the power that this league has, not only in this country but all over the world, and he's embraced that, and he is supportive of the voices of our players because this is important. This transcends sports. This is something that needs to be heard, and I can't, you know, say more that I'm proud to be a part of it. I am proud that our players have a voice and that they feel comfortable to speak their mind. This is truly a partnership between the league and its players.
When you look at Los Angeles, and we saw some peaceful protests here right near our studios. Obviously, this resonates along with a number of issues going back decades in L.A. What kind of difference can the Lakers make in this regard?
You know, to be supportive, you know, I think what's important about the Lakers in a city like Los Angeles that is so spread out and so diverse that it allows us to come together under one flag, which is the Laker flag, and it transcends all different ages, races, genders, you know, that we can all, you know, be together under the purple and gold, and that's what you know, makes it more than just a basketball game.
Well, and this is really a family business, and you have been in the you're such a leader and a trailblazer yourself. As a woman, you have been involved in sports and the business of sports since you were 19 years old, and under the tutelage of your father as a Hall of Fame owner. As you go about your business now, what that he taught you resonates with you? What stays in your mind?
You know, it's about respect. It's about respecting talent, putting people in a position to be the best that they could be, allowing others to shine, to be the spotlight, to be the focus. And that's what made him such a great owner. And that's what made players want to play for him.
How do you navigate, because you and your siblings, there's 6 of you, you're all co-owners of the Lakers, and then your brother, obviously Jim, is making basketball decisions. He's put a timetable on this whole thing and said, if we don't make a deep run in the playoffs early in the next year or two, I'm out of here. It's a really tough position for you.
It's not, because I believe that they're going to get the job done, and that there really is no reason to worry that a change would need to be made. That we have all the resources that we need. We play in the best arena. We have the best fans. We're opening up a new Lakers headquarters practice facility that is going to triple the size of training and rehab and development space that we currently have.
So you don't think it's going to come to that then in your heart?
I'm very optimistic. As I said, I believe, that, they have a task at hand. My brother, wants to be successful. He wants the team to be successful. My dad felt that he could put the Lakers, to Lakers basketball, which is winning basketball. And, I'm very optimistic.
He had an opportunity to bring your fiancé, Phil Jackson, back into the organization, and he declined to do so. Was that a difficult point to get past with him?
I think that might have been a source of conflict for us, and I think that's common in every family. How
it's not on the big stage, right?
Right. Yeah. It's people heard about it. It's a dynamic that that might have caused a conflict, but now Phil is out of the picture. He's doing what's making him happy, which I'm happy for him. So there isn't that issue going forward. And I think I understand, it's Jim and Mitch didn't want another voice in decision making, and it's the two of them. And my job I see as being there to help and give them everything that they need to be successful.
So what do you think of the job that he's doing there in New York?
I made a promise that I wouldn't talk about his team. I'll talk about him, and I'll tell you that he's very happy. He's enjoying the challenge, and I think that he wants to get the job done. The Knicks mean a lot to him for many reasons, and he's enjoying it. And of course, what I'd like to see is for us to play each other in the playoffs, because the only way that could happen is if it's the NBA Finals. In
the finals. Wouldn't that be something?
So, and of course, the Lakers win. So that's my dream
scenario. There
you
go. Best case scenario. Jeanie, it's been wonderful visiting with you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I hope we get to do it a lot more. And good luck next season. All right, have a great rest of the summer.
Thank you.